Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Park Rovers and we are at Lake Compounce. It's our first time here, so let's check it out. One thing to be aware of, they actually do have extensive security here, unlike Quasi Park where I could just walk in. And I do like this carousel horse right as you walk in before you go into the main gate. And right past the main gate you have a little bit of a main street section here with some shops and games. Oh yeah, they do call it Main Street. Main Street, Lake Compounce. I like this postcard style mural here right in front of the Wildcat classic coaster here at Lake Compounce. And here's a sign by the state of Connecticut that proclaims this is America's oldest amusement park. It says that early park goers came by horse and buggy. Trolley service to the park was inaugurated in 1895 by the Bristol and Plainville Tramway Company. Lake Compounce is recognized as the oldest amusement park in America. Kennywood Entertainment Company, 1997. There goes Wildcat up the lift hill. Wildcat has been operating since 1927 and it was built by Philadelphia Toboggan Coasters. Okay, we're kind of going around the park clockwise and here is Crocodile Cove, the water park section. We won't be heading in there, but we are headed toward Wildcat. Looks like a pretty decent water park. They even have a lighthouse slide back there. I like these historical signs. Did you know Lake Compounce hosted many famous performers in its theater? Houdini, Sinatra, Aretha Franklin, and Glenn Miller. I did not know that. And of course, Lake Compounce has its own beautiful carousel from 1911. Did you know Lake Compounce was completely in Southington, Connecticut until 1875? And the owner persuaded state officials to move the town line, and now it's in both Bristol and Southington. Now we got a view of the drop tower. Of course you have bumper cars here. Kind of go around that center divider. Right by Wildcat is a Johnny Rockets. These seem to be all over amusement parks here in the Northeast. Here it is, the Wildcat. Fortunately, no recording on rides here at Lake Compounce. Wildcat has an ACE plaque here that was presented on August 1st, 2008, and they state that Lake Compounce remains America's oldest continuously operating amusement park, and Wildcat is its centerpiece. Well, that was a good ride on Wildcat, and it is a bumpy, woody, as you might expect for a coaster that was built in 1927. But now it is time for Boulder Dash, which on a personal note, this will be my 200th coaster since I started keeping count. But first I noticed that this drop tower is called Downtime, hence that clock that's swinging. Watch it one more time, come down from the sky. Any second now. I like the little cog on the side of Downtime. And here we are, Boulder Dash mountain coaster. Voted the world's #1 wooden roller coaster, 2004, 2013, 14, 15, 16. Top 5 in the world from 2001 to present, built by Custom Coasters International. All right, it's time for my 200th coaster, Boulder Dash. Well, that was an awesome ride on Boulder Dash. I feel like the restraints don't really agree with my long legs, but I love going through the woods. It was nice and cool back there. Kind of a break from the hot summer day we have here at Lake Compounce. So now I've got 2 coasters left. I also need to eat something. We wanted to check out the trolley and maybe get on the train. We'll see if we can fit it all in. All right, I think it is time for Phobia. Phear coaster. Aerophobia. The fear of heights. I think this is a short one. Oh yeah. Oh no. All right, I love Phobia Phear. I was surprised it's a Skyrocket 2, but you don't have a comfort collar, so that's the best Skyrocket 2 I've ever been on. So yeah, I just love the hang time when you're upside down. And now it's time to ride our last coaster here at Lake Compounce, and that is Zoomerang. Right by Zoomerang is this "Did you know" sign that says Milli Vanilli was caught lip syncing on stage at Lake Compounce on July 21st, 1989. All right, it's time for our last coaster here, which is Zoomerang. Zoomerang is, of course, a Vekoma boomerang. If you're not familiar with these coasters, they're steel models that will basically take you forward one direction and then go backward through the same track. We'll watch it go right now. So what's happening is the coaster is going up, and it's going to drop at any second now. And there it is. It goes up there, and it's going to drop backwards and just go through the same track. So it was a pretty fun coaster, Zoomerang. That's our last one here at Lake Compounce. So let's see what else we can find here at the park. Right in front of Zoomerang is Dino Expedition. Oh, beware of beware of T-Rex. So that kind of ties in the Zoomerang car theme with T-Rex and dinosaurs. And it looks like you kind of have a dino trail with a bunch of stationary dinosaurs. Looks like they do have lights, so you get some facts with all of the dinosaurs. Interesting. So that just goes around. I see they have a T-Rex or Velociraptor. So that's about it here. You just kind of go around and look at the dinos. It looks like, oh, that rock is probably hiding a speaker. Brachiosaurus over here. Here's a giant T-Rex by a fake palm tree. Oh yeah, this speaker's working. Oh, maybe not. Wonder if there are sensors here. Here are the Velociraptors. This one's about to break out, but it looks like it's in a little bit of disrepair. Oh wow, there is one that moves. So we do have an animatronic dinosaur here on the Dino Trail. And a little photo op at the end. Pretty cool. Needs some love though. Looks like they have a gift shop that is normally open. Ah, and there's a sand dig site. Dig up some fossils. And back behind the Dino Expedition trail is a circus theme land called Circus World, which has a bunch of kiddie rides and even a kiddie coaster. One thing to note about the kiddie coaster is that guests over 48 inches cannot ride. So if you're an adult looking to pick up the coaster credits, this is one you'll have to skip over. So there's even a miniature carousel, a small drop tower called Drop Zone, and quite a few flat rides over here. This is actually pretty extensive. This is actually over by the Main Street section of the park too, so it's on the right when you walk in. This is cool. There's actually a miniature bumper cars called Little Critters, and so they're all themed like animals, because why not? You're in Circus World. And no Circus World would be complete without a Dumbo-like attraction. This one's called Flying Elephants. So that is Circus World, and just so you have some wayfinding, it is over by Main Street. So Main Street's here. So if you're walking into the park, take a right and you'll be right at Circus World. And the Dunkin' Donuts and the arcade are part of Ghost Hunters. So you kind of have the ghostly Haunted Mansion theme here on the back of the building. It's a pretty small arcade, but you got a good variety of games here. And right by that building with the arcade, there's also fried dough and a disco called Revolution. So I'm walking back towards Zoomerang, and my goal is to find something to eat now. So there's our friend Dino Expedition and Zoomerang. Right by Zoomerang is Zoomer's Gas and Go, which are some antique cars. Actually, you get a good view of this trail from the top of Zoomerang. Oh, the cars actually have headlights. That's interesting. I like that there's kind of roadside ads as you pull back up into the station on this attraction. Over by Zoomer's Gas and Go, you have American Flyers, kind of a staple of a flat ride for amusement parks and theme parks now. And I found the Timberjack Chowhouse, which I believe was put in for their 175th anniversary. And the Sawmill Plunge also looks like it was rethemed or touched up for that anniversary as well. All right, we're in the sun, kind of watching the log flumes, and we got food from the Timberjack Chowhouse, and we're working with a side of mac and the pulled pork sandwich as the main. You can get additional toppings. I just asked for barbecue sauce because I think that's all it needs. And here's my view of logs coming down, and it's kind of hilarious. They go right beside us. I was wondering why the ground was all wet. I thought it rained or something, but it's just the log flume. And I got a Miller Lite. They don't have any craft beer here. I'll start with the mac. Very cheesy. It's not bad. And now let's try the barbecue sandwich. And the barbecue sandwich is good too. Very sweet barbecue sauce on top. And pulled pork is pretty good. So I gotta say, Timberjack Chowhouse, really good. Enjoyed my pulled pork sandwich, and mac and cheese was especially good. So I think we're gonna skip the Sawmill Plunge, but we're just gonna kind of walk around now and see what else we can see here at Lake Compounce. So the S&S swing is called Thunder and Lightning, so themed after the weather, I guess. And right next to it is the Ferris wheel. Here's Thunder and Lightning right next to the Ferris wheel. And we're back by Ghost Hunt. This is a Sally dark ride, and I actually don't think I can record this, but I wanted to show the outside theming here. So it is pretty good. And the line might be a little long for me today, but I do like that they have a pre-show video that's playing in queue. All right, like that they have a recharge and relax station. You can actually charge your phone. You might think, yeah, you definitely have to bring your cable here, but you can kind of chill out. That kind of makes me think of the relax stations during COVID when you could take your mask off and sit outside or sit indoors in a building. We're over by Main Street now and right in front of the Compounce Railway.
Welcome to the CP Open train. Guests must sanitize their hands prior to boarding. Please keep your arms and legs inside the train at all times and remain seated for the duration of the ride. Lake Compounce is also known for having the longest running roller coaster. Although you cannot see it from the train, the Wildcat, the wooden classic, has been thrilling families since 1927. Make sure to check it out. If you look towards the lakefront, you can see the Crockpot Cafeteria and above it the Starlight Ball. This was the first permanent building in the property, called the Casino, having been built in 1895 with a restaurant downstairs and a ballroom upstairs. A full-course dinner at the time cost 50 cents. If you look across the lake, you can see Boulder Dash. This one-of-a-kind mountain coaster opened in May of 2000 with a 115-foot first drop that races you along the mountainside at speeds excess of 60 miles per hour. This coaster was voted by Amusement today the world's #1 wooden coaster in 2001, 2004, 2013, and 2014.
Well, that was a fun train ride, and now we're back kind of over by the water park, and we are by the trolley. And this is awesome. This is where you would normally board the trolley here, and they actually have one kind of stationed here, and currently not operating though, unfortunately, so we won't be able to get on a ride, but it is cool to see this historic trolley. I want to see if I can read that sign over there. I zoomed in on the sign thanks to the power of the iPhone, and it says that Open Trolley Car 1414 is a rare survivor of the several hundred open cars which once ran here in Connecticut. And this car has been placed on running expedition while on loan from the extensive collection of the Shoreline Trolley Museum in East Haven. So that's cool. I'd like to ride it one day, but today is not that day. All right, well, I think this trolley is the perfect place to end our video here at Lake Compounce, so I hope you enjoyed our quick tour. And for more, please subscribe to Park Rovers. We'll see you next time. I love this boardwalk. And the lazy river is actually pretty nice. Have a waterfall back there. It's awesome. And here's the beach section right in front of the water park with a single lifeguard right now. And before we go, we do want to check out the Emporium here on Main Street. And there are a lot of good Lake Compounce t-shirts and hats here. Hat is $19.99 and sweatshirt is $49.99. I like this design. Also $49.99. Yeah, I like this design. You can get this on a sweatshirt as well, or a long sleeve shirt, which is $34.99. And I think the t-shirts are all $24.99. This is cool. They actually have a lapel pin set. I like this small Lake Compounce pin. This pin set is $12.99. Looking at the magnets, I found the last one of this, and it is $7.99. And this gator is $9.99.